Please welcome Dr. Karyn Gordon. We're going to talk about stress.
I tried to make couscous last week. It did not go well.
It's all the little special things like the brown butter that elevates it. I do things very simple because I'm lazy and I don't really like to cook that much. So
me too.
Leo would do that.
He would do that.
Mine would be version number 1, none of the ads, right?
I'm inspired, Claire. I am inspired.
What's good about that though, it's quick and easy, and that's sometimes what we need at this time of year when things are getting stressful, everyone's running around. I've had my holidays where I've just been like, I don't want to do it anymore. Christmas is canceled. It's too stressful. So this year I promised I was not going to be like that.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about stresses right now that we've gotten in from viewers across the country. And I want to start with Crystal. So Crystal says, I always get something for everyone, and this year no one in my family is getting gifts for anyone else. I know I will get something from my mom at least, but the giving spirit from everyone else is gone this year. Teardrop.
Yeah.
So she's feeling a little sad about that.
Yeah. So what I would actually say to her, remember a few months ago we did the show on love languages?
Yeah.
You know how gift giving is actually one of the 5 ways? My sense with Crystal is that's probably her main way of giving and receiving love.
She likes it.
She likes it, which is totally fine, but you have to realize that not everybody's going to be like that.
Yeah.
So a couple things that I actually say to Crystal, well, number 1 is choose, if you want to just do it with your mom, that's fine. So make sure that or you can actually say to your family, listen, it's really, really important to me. It's a high value for me that we actually all give gifts. Can we please kind of do that and see if they can kind of get on board? Or what we actually did in our family is that the adults no longer give gifts, but we just give it to the kids.
Yeah.
So, you have to kind of maybe adapt the tradition a little bit, but realize that just because you give the gift doesn't necessarily mean that, they don't love you. She might be misinterpreting that.
She needs to have a conversation about that and just get it clear and let them know that it's important to her.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so the next one we got is a couple, Jennifer, not being able to afford the gifts my son wants and having to try and save for them, which is very sad. And Jess as well, not enough time to shop, lots of people to buy for and not enough money for it all. These are their stresses.
Yeah.
Do we have some tips that might be able to help them out?
Yes. So anything around money, it's a huge issue. So
it is.
It is, and so one of the things actually I really recommend is to be transparent with your kids. Let them kind of know with what the budget is, and say, listen, I'd love to kind of know with what you're looking for, but just realize that we do have actually a budget. So I was actually saying to Donna backstage that for our boys, I actually said, I want you to know, I want to know with what the toys are that you want, but just, we're looking at a budget for about $150. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're and so kind of prioritizing. So my one son, he comes into the kitchen yesterday, he's like, Mommy, I really want this, but it's $149, and then you've got the 13% tax, and it's going to push us over $150. And I said, that's okay, honey. Like, that's right. Like, we're kind of like in the range, right?
I can appreciate that.
And then he ran a beer, and Mommy said we can put on the list. Like, he was like so overjoyed. But I thought, wow, like they were really literal. Like they really were like taking me
giving us tax amnesty. Let's take advantage.
I was like, okay,
$149.99. It's on the
but
list.
it really kind of helped them because then I know, okay, what of all the different toys, what's the most important for you, right?
Yeah.
So.
Which is good. So the prioritizing is a good thing for kids to get into.
Yes.
Not just even for our budgets, but for them to understand that you don't get to have it all.
Exactly.
You don't have to have it all in life. You prioritize. Some things may be more important to you than others, and the other things you've got to be able to
So
let
it's
go.
good emotionally for kids to actually help manage their own expectations, and financially it's great for parents. So that I really believe, transparency with kids actually I find a really, really good, a really good tip.
Yeah, Christmas is supposed to be about magic, but not that much magic.
Yeah,
just just throw some reality in there with the magic.
Reality magic.
Reality magic.
Yeah,
Come on. All right, the next one we have is from Heather. Flat broke, and I won't be seeing family for Christmas till mid-January because everyone is too busy. It's going to be a lonely holiday season. I feel actually really awful for the amount of attention we give to family and love and having a great time over the season. There are a lot of people out there that are living alone and they're lonely.
Yeah.
And all of this family talk reinforces that loneliness. What do you do about that?
So there's a lot of people that are actually experiencing this. So what I would recommend is really focus on your friends that can be like family. So this Saturday we have our family Christmas, but then we have our family Christmas afterwards. So there's 4 families, and we are really tight friends, but we're like family, and so we have to call us family. So we've got our family, and it's just I think especially when people are they're relocated or they've got family in like different parts of the the country, the world. So I find it's really good that who is your family?
Yes.
Who is your family? And if you don't have it, then start cultivating that and really kind of start making that a focus for 2015.
Yeah.
But just because family doesn't have to be blood.
No, and a lot of
It's
us are
the
born into
loyalty.
families that we
Yes.
don't necessarily,
Yeah.
we're not necessarily happy with our families. So
Right.
you have to create your own.
If you don't like your family, get a
Mommy and
family.
Daddy, not
That's
you.
the message for
I
today.
love
Yeah.
you. But you can create
Yeah.
your own,
Yeah.
your
Your
own
own family.
kinfolk.
Yeah.
That's right. Work on it now.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. This is from Deb. She says, the making of the dinner and the weather stresses me. If it's bad, I worry about family traveling. That's actually a very legitimate worry. And
Yeah.
the dinner, hello.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more people are not stressed out about
I know.
making the dinner. It's because I hate cooking.
Right,
To me,
right.
if I knew 20 people
Yeah.
were coming over and I had to
Yeah.
cook, I would just probably pass out.
Yeah. Or just
Like,
order in.
I would just order in. Like I can't handle
Or
the
get
stress.
bring Claire.
Or get Claire.
Or bring Claire. Yeah.
Get some brown butter with Claire. Right? So what should
okay,
she
the weather,
do?
you can't control the weather.
No.
You can't control the weather. If it's bad weather, you need to kind of make safety first. As far as actually making the dinner, I'm a really big advocate of potluck. Get other
Yeah.
people to kind of start bringing the stuff. My mom has actually started doing that more. The funny part is I'm the baby child in my family, and I swear I always get the least amount of ask. So I get like, Karyn, can you bring the buns? I'm like, okay, my sister's bringing like the cake. My brother's like, bring the turkey. Karyn, can you bring the buns? I'm like, okay, can you kind of like up my role here a little bit? So anyway, it's a really, but potluck is a great way to do it. And
Yeah.
then it kind of gets everybody to work as a team. Like it's supposed to be a teamwork versus one person actually kind of managing the entire load.
Right.
Yeah.
Good tips. Have a stress-free, try as
Yeah,
much as you can holiday season.